Well, guys, we have another movement to bring about a maths tutorial. And this one is on integers. A few questions from the Kenya education system, known as the KCSE. But as I said the other time, mathematics remains mathematics wherever you are. In whatever part of the world, whether you are in Greenland, whether you are in Australia, whether you are in America, whether you are in Europe, whether you are in Russia, in Japan, in Korea, mathematics remains the same. So this video is equally important to even the citizens of other parts of the world or the education systems in other parts of the world. So guys, welcome to selected questions on integers. Let's see how we go about it. In this maths tutorial, and since I'm dealing with integers, I'll start by just reminding those who would mind to be reminded that the acronym BODMAS or BIDMAS, whichever one you choose there, stands for the order of operations used to solve mathematical expressions. B stands for brackets, and the other name of bracket is parenthesis. O/I stands for orders, and the orders here are exponents or indices. Otherwise, in lower classes, the students are told that the O represents off, but when you come to now the higher classes, O stands for orders, which may be exponents or indices. D is division, M is multiplication, A addition, and S subtraction. So this BODMAS or BIDMAS rule dictates the sequence in which operations should be performed in a mathematical expression to ensure consistent results. The operations inside brackets are performed first, followed by any exponents or indices, then multiplication and division from left to right, and finally addition and subtraction from left to right. When performing calculations with multiple operations, follow the order: brackets, orders, powers and roots, or exponents, division and multiplication from left to right, and then addition and subtraction from left to right. For example, 3 times 4 plus 2 bracketed is equal to, work the brackets first, and you get 4 plus 2 is 6. So it simplifies to 3 times 6, and the answer is 18. These rules are fundamental in solving problems involving integers. So let's have the first. example of the KCSE questions. Without using a calculator, evaluate, you can see the expression there, 22 minus negative 14 over 6 minus 2, over 6 times minus 2 minus 4 squared times negative 6 minus 12, or over 72 divided by 8 times 6. Let's see how we tackle that equation following the rules. So let's evaluate the expression step by step. Step 1, simplify the first part. 22 minus negative 14 over 6 times negative 2. In this case, first simplify the numerator, which is 22 minus negative 14, which is going to be equal to 22 plus 14, because mentally you change the subtraction sign and then you add that one to the inverse of negative 14, which is positive 14, so that in your mind you have 22 plus 14, which gives you 22 plus 14, which is 32. Which is 36. Have you got me right? Change the multiplication sign to addition, and then add the inverse of negative 14, which is positive 14, so that in your mind you are having 22 plus 14, which is going to be 22 plus 14, which is 36. Then simplify the denominator. 6 times negative 2 equals negative 12, because you are multiplying two different numbers with different signs. All right. Now divide 36 by negative 12, and you get your answer as negative 3. So here you are dividing two numbers with different signs, and the answer is negative. Let's evaluate the expression step by step. We still continue to step number 2. Simplify the second part. 4 squared times negative 6 minus 12 over 72 divided by 8 times 3. First, calculate 4 squared, remember off, which is equal to 16. Then multiply by negative 6. So that now you have 16 times negative 6, and the answer gives you negative 96. So it is this one now, you subtract 12, so that you finally end up with negative 6 minus 12, which you change the negative sign to addition, and then you add the inverse of 12, which is negative 12. So it's like adding two numbers with the same signs, and the sign is negative. So you add them, you get 108, and you give the answer the negative sign according to the rules of addition of integers. Now simplify the denominator. 72 divided by 8 is 9. equals 9. 9 times 3 equals 27. Finally, divide. Negative 108 divided by 27 gives you negative 4. Quite easily done. Step 3 is to combine the results. Now substitute the results back into the expression where you have negative 3 minus negative 4 equals negative 3 plus 4, which is equal to 1. So the final answer is 1. Fair and square. That is it. 2010 paper 2 question 1. Without using a calculator, evaluate 3 marks. So this one was a KCSE question done in paper 2, 2010 in Kenya, Africa. Negative 2 bracket 5 plus 3 minus 9 divided by 3 plus 5 all over negative 3 times negative 5 plus negative 2 times 4. Step by step. Step 1, simplify the numerator. First, solve inside the parenthesis, which is 5 plus 3 is 8. We are following the BODMAS brackets. Then multiply by negative 2. Negative 2 times 8 is equal to negative 16. Next, perform the division. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now substitute back into the numerator. Negative 16 minus 3 plus 5. Simplify further by adding and subtracting. So the numerator is negative 14. Simplify the denominator. Perform the multiplication first. Negative 3 times negative 5 is equal to 15. Then multiply negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Now substitute back into the denominator. 15 minus 8 is equal to 7. And so the denominator is 7. Divide the numerator by the denominator, which is going to be negative 14 divided by 7, and you get that one as negative 2, because the two numbers are different. When you divide different numbers with different sign, the answer is negative. 14 divided by 2 is negative 2. So the final answer is negative 2. Next question. KCSE of 2008 paper 1, question 1. These questions, revising with you is very important because they appear to be always question 1. Without using a calculator, evaluate 2 marks. So negative 8 plus negative 5. Negative 5 is in brackets times negative 8 in brackets minus negative 6 in brackets. These brackets are just to separate so that you can see clearly that you are dealing with negative numbers. Divide by negative 3 plus negative 8, divided by 2 times 4. And finally, you get 2 marks. Step 1, simplify the numerator. First, perform the multiplication inside the numerator. Negative 5 times negative 8, which is going to be 40. Because when you multiply two numbers with like signs, negative or positive, the answer is always positive. Now substitute back into the numerator, negative 8 plus 40 minus 6. Simplify further by subtracting and adding. Negative 8 plus 40 plus 6 gives you 38, following the rules which are given earlier. So the numerator is 38. Denominator, perform the division inside denominator, negative 8 over 2, which is going to be negative 4. Then multiply negative 4 by 4 gives you negative 16. Now, substitute back into the denominator. Negative 3 plus negative 16 equals negative 19. And so the denominator is negative 19. Step 3, divide the numerator by the denominator. 38 over negative 19 gives you negative 2, because when you divide two numbers and they have different signs, the answer is always negative, and so the final answer is negative 2. So guys, that is the end of my brain teaser, my second maths tutorial. I've just picked the 3 questions on integers, and I hope you will enjoy doing them with me, and they will be of very great assistance to you in your KCSE examination. When you come to revision, follow the steps I've given. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more videos of this nature. Goodbye, guys, and let me meet you on another area tested in examinations. This was KCSE, the Kenyan Education System. Bye-bye, guys, and see you next time.